What's up, all you hopeless, soulless, desperate, suicidal motherfuckers? I'm right there with you. I guess we got another Premier League review for you.
Sunday, what can we say? Some good games this week. These are all of them. All the games before today. Obviously, there was a big game today, but we're going to talk about the little stuff before. Liverpool 1-0 over West Ham.
Leeds losing 1-0 to Leicester City.
Yeah, Jesse Marsch, the new Leeds manager now, an American.
Yep.
Good to see.
Hopefully he can do well. I think he might try and bring Aronson over again. They relaunch their bid to get him, but
I know as a United fan, Trevor's not going to obviously root for Leeds, but he's going to hope he's going to hope they do good, but not better than United, I assume.
You know what? I hope Aronson scores a hat trick every game, and then Leeds lose 4-3.
I would love Aronson in the Premier League. I like the Americans of the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's good to see. And speaking of the Americans, already in the Premier League, Pulisic.
Really great game.
Good game against Burnley. It is Burnley, but Chelsea 4-0 win.
He's really starting to get in form for the year.
Yeah, really want that for these upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
We need him in good form, and that's exactly what he's been doing, so hopefully he can keep doing it for us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now we have to talk about the derby. Tough game for us as United fans to swallow, but, I mean, we all kind of knew what could happen and probably was going to happen.
Etihad Stadium, Man City versus United, the derby. It's what you want to see, especially for a City fan, this game. It's a classic derby game, especially going to be remembered by City fans. 4-1 over United. From start to finish, really good performance.
Yeah. I mean, we went into the game without arguably our two best players on a national or on a global scale, Varane and Ronaldo. You know, those two players have the most trophies out of anybody on our team.
Shaw was out too. Do you think he would have started if he was healthy?
I wouldn't want him to. I mean, Alex Telles didn't do that great, but I like him. I have more confidence in Telles. But the way that we set up, it was tough because we didn't set up the way that we usually do. Mm-hmm. We kind of went into a 4-4-2, 4-2-2 style.
It was interesting, especially with Pogba. The first half, I thought United, even though the end of the first half was 2-1, United looked pretty decent the first half. They definitely had opportunities to get into the game. First half, we scored the goal early on. Kevin De Bruyne, he's there, he's ready.
Harry Maguire literally dummied it. For anybody that was watching, he literally let the ball go through his legs and then just let De Bruyne basically have it.
Like the 8th minute of the game, too, off the start.
Well, and it's crazy that there's so much confidence in him from, managers and stuff when fans and pundits and everyone see that he's just not the player that he was supposedly supposed to be.
Yeah.
And, he had his 29th birthday yesterday, which, big fucking deal. You would think that somebody celebrating their birthday as the United captain, and I talk so much shit about him because he's our captain. Lindelof, he deserves some blame. He didn't have a great game, especially from the beginning. Got turned and basically volleyed over by Phil Foden there early in the second half.
We were talking about it while the game was going on earlier, like. Overall this season, Lindelof's done all right, but today was not his day for sure.
The whole defense really struggled. I mean, Wan-Bissaka, I was really hoping that I'd get to see his yearly pocketing of Sterling, but
Grealish was in there.
Pep knew what he was doing. He knows that Sterling just doesn't have that much confidence when it comes to Wan-Bissaka, so put Grealish there, and he connected with Cancelo super well from
I don't know if that was the exact reason for Grealish 100%. Going in. I don't know. 100%. I think because Grealish scoring in the last game, it was kind of a big reason why.
And he's on form,
He's a little bit on form, you could say. It's a big game. He played well, getting the start. Foden in the false nine as always. De Bruyne getting his goal, the first goal, then Sancho going down the field. It was a really good counterattack.
It was a really good goal from Sancho.
Pogba, or was it Fernandez's pass?
No, it was Pogba's pass for
Sancho.
Jadon. So, I mean, it was a really good goal. He curled it in off that right foot.
It was a really impressive goal.
Put it to where Ederson wouldn't be able to see it until the last minute, and he just snuck it in the corner. So good for him, but really that was the only bright spot of my day.
Yeah, and then later on in the second half, just a few minutes later, De Bruyne scoring another goal.
Maguire.
Another defensive mistake, honestly, really what it was.
The whole defense just really, really struggled. I mean, we've struggled all year, but this game, you don't have to let City score so easily. I mean, they score as many as they want most of the games, but just to give them so many opportunities, it just made it even worse.
Overall, though, that first half, going into it 2-1, United definitely had some opportunities, and I felt that they, going into the second half, because it was 2-1 and the chances they had created, there was a small chance that they could possibly get back into the game, maybe tie it up, get some momentum. But that wasn't the case at all. The second half, as we saw, City completely dominating. Mahrez, 2 goals in the second half. Hasn't scored against United ever before in his last, I think it's
11 games.
11 games, yeah, before. And then he scores 2 today. The first one off of a really good pass off of a corner from De Bruyne. Perfectly right to him. Into the bottom left, I believe.
Another mistake from our center backs. I mean, you let players just have so much space in the box and around the box that you don't pressure the right players. You're just zone, and if nobody comes in my zone, then nobody has to account for the player that is wide fucking open, who we know that can hit a good shot from the outside. I mean, it's something that they would have known going into the game. Like, hey, these players, they'll fucking let it rip anywhere.
And also on set pieces, City is second behind Liverpool, I think they said, in set piece goals this season. So it definitely is like another note you need to take on set pieces. They're deadly. And also, I don't know how many headed goals we're scoring because, you know what I mean, the team we are. So those are the types of things you need to be looking out for, is those cheeky little things like that.
Yeah, they're not be bombarding the box.
Like, you need to have your big slab head Harry Maguire in there to head it out. But like, you need to be watching out for things like that, I feel, if you're United. But Mahrez, though, perfect finish. The second goal he scores, I honestly thought he was offside.
It really looked offside there for a while, and then just Lindelof had a stray foot,
like he just kind of had it out there, just barely. It was so close margins. I really thought he was offside though, but they take it to VAR and they give it to him. So you say it's a mistake by Lindelof, I guess.
Yeah, I would say so, but
hit Dave on the shoulder, face sort of almost.
Yeah, about took
on the
his
way
fucking
in.
Jugular out.
But yeah, topped off the 4-1 win. 2 goals for Mahrez, 2 goals for De Bruyne, an assist for a few players. I can't remember who. De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Bernardo, I think. Good game overall. For me, it was.
Not for me. Alright, that's all I want to talk about. I don't really give a shit anymore about those games.
This is your meme. It makes Trevin happy. Hopefully it makes you happy.
Hopefully I'm happier next week.
Manchester is blue.